Hi, I'm Dave Epstein and welcome to this edition of Growing Wisdom. And today we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do around your yard in early spring. So a few tools that I like to grab in early spring: a pair of hand pruners. I also grab a hand saw. We've got some clippers here. These will be great for cutting back some of the grasses, and of course a rake. And you might want to have a shovel or a little bucket with some fertilizer, things like that. In general, these are great tools to have as you start gardening. What we're going to do is I'll walk around my yard and show you some of the things that I'm doing as soon as the snow melts. So one of the first things I do as soon as the snow is out of the yard, and actually a little patch over there still in the shade, I start raking up anything that needs to be gotten out of the garden. So already I notice, if you look closely here, there's some hyacinths starting to bust through the ground. And you want to start raking areas where you have bulbs very quickly, because those bulbs are going to burst through pretty fast. So here's a rose bush, and there's three things I want you to do around your rose bushes in early spring. Number one, clear the old leaves away from underneath. That's because if these contain any disease spores, you want to get those out of there very quickly. The rain during the course of the spring and summer can splash those spores onto your plant. So the second thing I want you to do to your rose bush is really give it a good haircut. Now, the type of roses that I'm pruning so aggressively are generally either flower carpet roses or knockout roses. That's what I've switched most of my roses to here in the garden. The reason for that is that they both are really great roses. They grow easily, they're disease resistant. I prune these roses quite aggressively, leaving about a third of their original growth, and they really sprout up quite nicely by midsummer. The third thing I would like you to do to your roses is give them a shot of fertilizer. Now, not just any fertilizer, try going organic. Try to use something that's an organic with mycorrhiza that's really going to help beef the quality of your soil. I believe over the next few years we'll see more and more research showing synthetic fertilizers actually do more harm than good to the soil. If you did not get a chance to prune your perennials late last fall, you can do it in early spring. So here's a perennial here. You can see the old growth from last year. We're just going to go in and cut this. We're just going to go in and cut this right back to the ground, taking out the old dead leaves from the prior season. And then what's revealed, you can pull some of this, what's revealed is the newer growth coming up for this year. Plants like your sedum, I leave mine all winter because I like the way the dried seed heads look. But now that it's spring, it's time to prune. So after you've done pruning some of your perennials around the yard, of course, we can put these in the compost pile. Hope you've enjoyed this edition of Growing Wisdom. I'm Dave Epstein for Growing Wisdom.